There is this specific subgroup of patients with non-small cell lung cancer when ALK fusion is found in the tumor. So it represents only 4 to 5% of the total patients with non-small cell lung cancer, but this subgroup of patients has a management that is completely different. For these patients, we start with an ALK TKI, and we have now 3 generations of ALK TKI. And the more you go in the development of the drug, the more potent they have, and they have a different toxicity profile. So we had the first generation TKI crizotinib, but is now challenged by the second generation, and we have more and more studies that compare second generation to first generation. And what we see is that the PFS with the second generation is like 3 years, whereas it's around 1 year for the first generation. So a simple message would be start with the second generation since the PFS is very long. But this subgroup of patients is completely different because from the old study that we have, when you look at those patients that receive crizotinib, if they could access to second generation inhibitor and third generation inhibitor, the duration of their life is probably during 5 to 7 years. So even if you get a very long PFS with one drug, it doesn't solve the issue for the patient because you need different sequence of drug and each drug to be potent. So today we don't know if we have to start with a strong drug first or let's say a weaker drug, but then you escalate to second generation and third generation. And our argument for the sequence, one of the arguments is that in the old study that we have, when you start with crizotinib and you receive next generation TKI, overall survival is very long. Another argument is that on all the studies we have, patients stop the treatment based on the RECIST criteria. That is something that is very in the clinical research field. So you look at the size of the lesion, and if that grows for more than 20%, you stop. This is not what we do in clinical practice. We stop a treatment when we believe there is a significant progression, symptoms, really the cancer starts to grow fastly, and then we switch. So between the PFS that we have in the studies and the reality of the duration of the treatment, there is a huge gap. The toxicity profile is not the same, and the last generation may be a bit toxic, so it might be better to begin with a more old and easy drug and then to escalate for a more toxic drug. Finally, the mechanism of resistance to the various generation of TKI will be key, and maybe in the future we will start with an old, less potent drug, carefully follow the resistance mechanism and adapt the treatment based on the resistance mechanism, and it's for that liquid biopsy is a perfect tool.